Welcome to the Ultimate Trifecta, the podcast where leadership meets real life. I'm your host, Julia, and each week we explore what it means to lead with resilience, walk in accountability, and live with humility. No matter your title, industry, or story, whether today is your best day or your worst day, you belong here. Because true success isn't about performance, it's about character. We're going to get a little personal. I'm going to ask you something. Who taught you resilience? Think about that. Not just the surface level answer, but the root. Who showed you how to keep moving when it would have been much easier to break down? Who taught you that no matter how deep the valley, you could still climb out? For me, that answer is my daddy, Mike. His career began with playing basketball at both the college and professional levels, but it was short-lived, which already tells you a lot about him. He had discipline, drive, and heart. But the lessons I carry from him weren't about scoring points or staying in shape. They were about life and how to survive it with your soul still intact. He had this phrase, simple but unforgettable. Whenever life felt too much, when bills stacked up, when health issues came, when everything felt like it was crumbling, he looked me right in the eye and say, "We're going to get through this, Juby. Do you hear me? We're going to get through this." Every single time. It wasn't just a pep talk. It was a promise. And when somebody you love says that with conviction, you start to believe it. Even if you don't see the way out yet. That phrase anchored me. Later in life, I realized he wasn't just giving me comfort. He was giving me language for resilience. A rhythm. A mindset. A voice that still speaks inside me. Especially when everything goes silent and I don't know what to do next. And let's be honest. Life will test you. It's tested me. I've lived through moments that shattered my world. Losing my son Joseph was the deepest heartbreak of my life. But in that unbearable silence, when I couldn't breathe from grief, I heard his words again. "We're going to get through this, Juby. Do you hear me? We're going to get through this." Even if I didn't believe it that day, those words kept me breathing until I did. Because here's the truth. We don't always get to choose our battles, but we do get to choose how we show up in them. And for many of us, resilience was modeled before it was ever spoken. Maybe you didn't have someone like my stepdad in your life. Maybe you had to teach yourself how to be strong. If that's you, you're remarkable. Because that means you didn't just survive, you built resilience from scratch. But for most of us, somewhere along the way, someone planted a seed. So I want you to pause and reflect on these things today. Who gave you that strength, directly or indirectly? What did they say that stuck with you? How did they show up during hard times? Was it a parent who worked 2 jobs and never complained? A grandparent who never wavered in their faith? A teacher who believed in you before you believed in yourself? Or a coach who demanded more because they saw your true potential? And now, here's the big one. Whose resilience are you shaping right now? You may not realize it, but someone is watching you handle your storms. A child, a coworker, a friend, maybe even a stranger. They're watching the way you show up after loss. How you rise back up after failure. How you speak life in the middle of chaos. And if the words you speak today become the anchor for someone else's tomorrow, what if that happens? What if you're now the voice that says, "We're going to get through this"? Do you hear me? We're going to get through this. Thanks for joining me on the Ultimate Trifecta. If today's episode sparked something in you, share it with a friend. Leave a review. And don't forget to follow so you never miss a conversation. Remember, resilience, accountability, and humility aren't just traits. They're choices we make daily. Keep leading with heart, and I'll see you next time.